Hello, fellow YouTubers, this is Utah Moses here to give you my Blu-ray review for the movie Daredevil. The movie follows Matt Murdock back to when he was a child, when he faced a fatal chemical accident which left him blinded but gave him super senses, and he was able to fight like a real athlete. And when he was young, his father, Jack Murdock, died one night when he was supposed to lose in a fixed boxing match in the hands of Kingpin. So by any means possible, Matt Murdock would try and take Kingpin down, both as the masked vigilante known as Daredevil, and as the lawyer in Hell's Kitchen. And he would also have to fight against the hired hitman of his, who's an Irish crazy that never misses his target, known as Bullseye. Now, the Daredevil is one of those comic book movies that was really panned by both the critics and the average moviegoers because of what was shown in theaters. But if only they shown the full cut of it by the distributors, then it would have got much better reception from it, because it's shown a whole lot of stuff that made the story a lot of sense in the director's cut. So, I really liked Daredevil because it mixes a lot of the Stan Lee version of the comic books with the Frank Miller stuff. And I would say a lot of the Stan Lee stuff comes from Matt Murdock as a regular lawyer, while the Frank Miller stuff would be with all the stuff shown with Daredevil fighting crime at night. Now on to the acting. I thought Ben Affleck was alright as Daredevil. He had the star appeal and he was able to play the tragic character just right. It's just that an actor is very limited when it comes to playing a blind person, since he can make so much facial movement, and well, it's also because he's Ben Affleck and he really can't bring a character to justice sometimes. And there's also Jennifer Garner as Elektra. I thought she was really good in the movie, especially during that one montage scene when she was practicing with a bunch of sandbags. And I thought she was pretty good in the movie, but she does kind of look like an alien. Let's kind of agree on that. But what I really liked about Daredevil was also the villains in this, because you have Colin Farrell as Bullseye, and he pretty much steals the show for every scene that he was in. And there was even a part where Bullseye killed an old woman with a peanut, which I really laughed at.
Oh, but who can afford to fly these days? But then my sister Marjorie called and said she had these frequent flyer miles and she couldn't use them because her sciatic nerve was acting up. So I said...
One trivial fun fact that I want to bring up is that the target on Bullseye's forehead was recommended by Frank Miller when he came on the set of Daredevil. And Michael Clark Duncan as Kingpin, I thought he was really great in the villainous role of Kingpin. And I had my doubts of him playing the character when I saw him, just because he was black. Yeah, I know, that sounded a bit racist, but he was able to prove me wrong with his film presence, that he's able to play the villain just right. You also have some other actors playing in minor roles, like Jon Favreau, who would later direct the Iron Man movies, plays as Foggy Nelson, Matt Murdock's friend and legal partner, and Joey Panotiano plays as the reporter, and you even have Kevin Smith in a cameo as the autopsy doctor, which was pretty funny to see. And on to some other stuff. I thought the shadow effect they used in the movie was done great for Matt Murdock's blind senses, or Daredevil, whatever. I'm just jumping on names right now. But the one scene that I was kind of going in and out of was the first fight scene at Josie's bar at night, because there was so many cuts that they were taking, and the lights was going on and off, and it was just hard to catch what was going on in those parts. But every other fight scene that was going on in the movie I thought was very well choreographed, especially the ones with Daredevil and Elektra. And let's go on to what's in the director's cut. You have like over 30 minutes of stuff that's included in that they took out in the theatrical cut, like the whole Coolio subplot case, which led to Matt Murdock taking down Kingpin legally, the Catholic religion impact on his life, and some extended stuff with the father-son relationship, which kind of helped with the story. Not to mention that they took some romantic elements out of the news story so that it would focus much more on Daredevil, although the scene where Daredevil saw Elektra in the rain was done beautifully with a shadow effect. So overall, I thought Daredevil was a fantastic comic book movie because it took on so many elements of dark and gritty stuff in the movie, unlike what Spider-Man and X-Men did at the time. And watching this would make you think so much of the old Batman movies by Tim Burton. And if you haven't seen Daredevil yet, check out the director's cut, because it explains a lot in the movie. Out of 5, I give it 4 out of 5 stars. It's well worthy of buying it on video. So, I should get on to the special features. This is the Blu-ray copy, which doesn't matter just as long as you get the director's cut on DVD or Blu-ray. So let's see what's on here. We have commentary by writer-director Mark Steven Johnson, enhanced viewing mode, which you don't get on DVD, Beyond Hell's Kitchen Making Daredevil documentary, and Men Without Fear, Daredevil HBO First Look, Jennifer Garner's Screen Tests featured villain Kingpin featurette, Moving Through Space, A Day with Tom Sullivan featurette, Giving the Devil His Due featurette, 3 music videos, 5 photo galleries, and a little bit more stuff, which I bet it's just trailers. So, that's all for my review. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back later. Until then, this is Yuto Moses, signing out.